tried on a Dior Monogram bikini. I was so disappointed. This bikini was about $1,000. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created Dolled Up by Jay. So in today's video, we are going to discuss something I'm very passionate about, and that is luxury vacation brands. Oh my goodness. So I feel like there's honestly not enough of these in the market sometimes. Obviously, designers are famous for doing, you know, their resort collections. Those have become very popular over the years, and they seem to be doing more and more collections per year. For most people, you know, shopping like Dior Resort or Chanel Resort, it's quite high price. So there have been a number of very popular vacation brands that have really made a name for themselves. You know, look good, feel good, and when you have a beautiful dress or sun cover up or bikini that's made well, good materials, beautiful coloring, you know, you're gonna feel good. So that's what this video is about, helping you to feel good on your next vacation. I find as well, it depends on where you're from and where you're living. It is hard to find cute summer clothing that goes beyond fast fashion. So to give you some context, for me to dub something as a luxury, I would say that the price point in US dollars is about 200 plus. So the brands that I'm gonna show you are more vacation oriented, specific brands that you would, you know, guaranteed have a beachwear type of summer vibe all year long. So the first brand I want to reference, actually, it's something I've never shot before, but it's been on my radar, and it is the brand Pat Beau. Now this brand was just new to me this summer. I saw a girl wearing a really beautiful dress in Mykonos and I found out it was Pat Beau and the dress was $1,000. I've never heard of this brand. They're very popular, and so I just thought I'd show you some of the items just on the screen here. They have all kinds of beautiful swimsuits, one pieces, they have cover-ups, beachwear, all of that. I think that it is a really cool brand, and if you are someone who is, you know, into like the luxury space and you want to try something, you know, maybe trendy or something you've never heard of before, I think this could be a really good option. I have my eye on a few pieces, but again, you know, when you're shopping online for some of these brands, it's hard to tell what the quality is like if you're not familiar with the brand as well. So that's just an example I wanted to share with you and get your thoughts on it, but I have no personal experience, so I cannot give you a review. Okay, next, let's talk about Melissa Odebash. I believe she's a British designer. I have a few of her pieces, and I'll actually show you throughout the video. If I own something from these brands, I will show you the item up close and give you my thoughts. So Melissa Odebash, she's a UK designer. She has some really beautiful swimsuit styles. She does a lot of dresses, cover-ups, rompers, things like that. I first discovered her actually when I was in the Maldives. We had a tiny 700 square meter island we stayed on, and the vacation shop actually had her brand. That's how I first came to know it. So I bought a couple of cover-ups and a couple of swimsuits, so I will show you a few of them now. So this is one of her cover-ups. This is one of her kind of like classic designs. She always has these. She does them in different colors. I also have it in blue and white. Honestly, it is a very beautiful material. It's a very, very soft cotton. It's very breathable. You know, it's not a polyester that's going to make you sweat even more and cling to your skin in humidity. It's really, really nice. It has this nice tassel detail as well. And then I do really love the trim down the sides. Super, super cute. I get a lot of compliments when I wear this. The only thing about it is it's not super, super cinched. Like, you can cinch it, but I find it does undo easily. So it's not the most sexy vibe, but it's more for like a chill island vibe holiday. You know, you want to wear a nice cover up to grab a drink. I think that this is a really beautiful option. She also does a lot of very classic bikinis. The only thing I don't like about her bikinis, I will say the quality is very good. The quality is really, really nice for the price, but the bottoms on her brand tend to be a little bit more conservative, full coverage. So I find for myself, I chose to size down when I bought a bikini from her because the bottoms just were looking too big on me. So the top I got is slightly small, but whatever, I rock it anyways. Anyways, this is one of her one pieces that I actually don't see that many people posting and wearing. It looks very simple, but on the back, it has this really sexy kind of crisscross detail. And then it has all of these kind of golden grommets on the back, and it is definitely more like a corset style on the back, how it laces up there. It goes all the way down, and the grommets are branded as well with her name. Really, really nice. Now her swimwear, I'll show you in the media that I add. Her swimwear I think starts at around maybe 200 to 300 euros per set, so it's really expensive. And I was hesitant to try this brand. I was like, oh my gosh, is it gonna be good? But it actually is good. So that's something I would recommend just from my experience. I really like this brand and I wanna try more things. The problem with some of these beachwear brands is, you know, they're hard to find, especially if you live in a city like Vancouver, Canada. The beachwear shopping situation is so abysmal. It doesn't even exist. You know, it's either fast fashion only during the summertime, or department stores. If you're lucky, they may have done some more beachwear inspired buying, but it is, you know, spring break coming up for a lot of people in North America. A lot of my viewers are Canadian and American, which is amazing. Hello. And you know, you might be wanting some beachwear inspo. So that's pretty much like the purpose of this video. I should have said that in the intro. Okay, so the next brand I want to touch on briefly, because I mention all the time lately on this channel, is Missoni. Missoni is a very famous Italian brand. They have their Missoni Mare line, which is fabulous. It's all beachwear inspired and, you know, perfect for days on your yacht, you know, sailing around the south of France, all of that. Really gorgeous prints, very bold. I have some items I'll show you. So this one piece is in their classic kind of chevron print. I love this so much. This was a bit of a splurge, but honestly, it still looks good as new. There's like a tiny little snag I'm just noticing here, but overall it's really nice, and it isn't too conservative in the back, so it doesn't give me like the granny bum. I do have like a little bit of a bum, so I find when the bottoms are full coverage, they make me look like bigger than I am, so I don't like that. So I'm always searching for things that are, you know, a little bit cheeky, maybe a higher cut, so this is perfect for me. And it's really, really beautiful. You can see kind of like the detail there. And this is like what I like to call my Paris Hilton one piece. She's famous for those one piece bikinis like 10, 15 years ago. So this is just what this reminds me of. I love it so, so, so much. And their sizing is a little bit hard, just to be honest with you. If you are someone like me who typically wears a size small, but you have a chest, then the sizing I find I need at least a 42 in their swimwear to fit my boobs, because otherwise it's just way too skimpy, way too revealing for my comfort level. And you know, I want the clothes to cover me appropriately. So that's just something in Missoni swimwear. I am a 42. I also have this shirt, which I actually have not worn yet. I got it several months ago, and I've just been waiting for the right time. I literally bought it for my summer coming up. I love it. It also had a matching skirt I wish I bought. And this is really nice. Now the material is a very, very delicate, and it is sheer. So I didn't realize that when I bought it. I think that's why I haven't worn it yet. It has to be worn with a bikini top underneath because it is just so sheer, you know? Perfect for somewhere, you know, in Greece, you're at a beautiful restaurant for lunch, there's a beach, you're tanning, you want to throw something on and eat, or you just want to wear a beautiful top. It's a very low cut in the back, so it's a true halter style. Really, really gorgeous. And the one thing about Missoni though, especially with my nails, you have to be very careful because the material is very delicate, and it is an expensive brand, but the material feels luxurious. It's thin and delicate, but it's very luxurious feeling, and just the colors they use, the patterns, I think it's just a really beautiful brand, and I'm really loving exploring more of it. Okay, so the next brand that you probably thought was inevitable for me to mention is Zimmermann, of course. Zimmermann is a very, very known for their beachwear. You know, they have beautiful fall clothing, but what they're known for is their printed dresses, their kind of safari looking high-cut shorts, all of that really beautiful stuff. This dress today is actually Zimmermann. I'll show you. It has this lovely little cinched waist, and then this is from the back. It's like a perfect little tea time dress. I mean, not that I go for tea often, but I just think it's really, really beautiful. I wore this in Lake Como when I was going for dinner one night with a blazer over top, a black blazer over my shoulders. It was really beautiful. It looked really nice, and I love the scallop detail. The one thing about Zimmermann, yes, it is an expensive brand, but unlike the Bronx and Banco dress I just showed you in my Revolve haul, I'll link that below if you're interested, the price of that is very high, and the price of Zimmermann similar to Bronx and Banco. However, the materials are so beautiful, very high quality. They're quite thick though, so for somewhere like Dubai, when it gets to the 40s, I find it to be too hot for me, this brand, but for somewhere like Europe, or if you're in North America, I think it's perfect. They also have a number of really cute kind of ruffled crop tops and things like that. Their pieces can run quite expensive. Bikinis, I will show you a few. So I actually own 3 from Zimmermann. One is in the wash right now. This I wore in Mykonos. This is a bit more of a simple bikini. I do like the ribbed detail, and what got me was the color. The color is so beautiful, and it's quite supportive on my chest, so really, really nice. And then it just has this little closure in the back. Bottoms do still have a bit of that kind of conservative back, but they're not so conservative. Like, they do have a kind of a V cut. So this is a good set for me. Really like it. And you know what? Some of the Zimmermann bikinis, they're not terrible if you're considering the luxury space. For example, I think this was about $350 Canadian, so maybe like $290 US-ish. Obviously, you know, keep in mind this again, I'm focusing on a lot of luxury items here. I'm not saying that $300 for a bikini is affordable in any sense. Of course not. You know, people were saying Kylie Jenner's swimwear was so ridiculously expensive. But I think it really just depends on what products you are personally consuming and what you purchase. It's very personal. It really depends on how you're shopping. And one thing I will say as well is, I think that a lot of the really luxury designer brands that go and create resort collections and beachwear, some of it is really just overpriced. Like, I'm sorry, but I tried on a Dior Monogram bikini. They had a shop in Nammos, Dubai. And I was so disappointed. This bikini was about $1,000 and the bottoms were like completely granny style, like full coverage. I couldn't even like hike them up and make them look more flattering. They were so low as well, like it was really unflattering. Then you had to buy the pieces together, $1,000. It was paper thin. I've noticed this as well with the Fendi swimwear. No shade to Fendi. I think those bikinis are very cute, but they're very expensive. I think they're similar price as Dior, maybe $100 or $200 less, and they're just so thin. I'm trying to show you a couple pieces because, you know, we don't need to be spending $1,000 to get a luxury bikini. Maybe if you want the logo flex, but there's so many brands that do good quality that is luxury that's not $1,000. So this set is also from Zimmermann. This is a terry cloth bikini. Very, very cute. It's my first ever terry cloth bikini. I really like the closure. It's like a matte green, really nice. And I just think this is a beautiful color. It has faded a little bit because I washed it a bunch, but you know, it's still gorgeous. And the side ties here, it is, you know, a little bit high cut, but still a bit conservative. You know, when it's on me, it covers actually quite a lot. So I would like this to be a little bit more cheeky. It's constantly my struggle, you know, when I'm shopping these nicer brands. So yeah, highly recommend Zimmermann bikinis. Okay, so next brand I want to talk about, which if you are a luxury fashion fan and you love the resort wear space, then you're gonna know about Charo Ruiz Ibiza. I think that's how you say it. It is a really beautiful brand, honestly. I just discovered this the last few years and I was like, oh, I've always seen those things around on trips, but I just haven't noticed what the brand is. So this is a really, really beautiful brand. It obviously comes from Spain and they're known for their very kind of luxurious looking trims. They have a lot of simple black, simple white. They're very flowy kind of ruffled skirts are their most popular. Those are very, very, you know, you see someone wearing that and you can tell. Two-piece set, black, all white. It's Charo Ruiz for sure. Really gorgeous. I actually just recently got a cover up that I will show you. This is the only item I own from this brand. Let me show you. This was on their website. This is a very beautiful long cardigan. It looks prettier on. I'm going to feature it, I think, in an upcoming video. I think I'm going to do a luxury vacation edit of items to show you and wear them. So this is a beautiful floor length cover up. Really, really, really stunning. And you know what? They actually had, it has these tie sleeves. Really cute. They actually had this on their website and this was part of their new collection, but slight variation, the sleeves didn't tie like this. And this was actually a sale item that I got for 50% off. So it was about, I paid 220 euro with shipping. So honestly, not horrible considering the price of, you know, an outfit from this brand can be about $800 Canadian, which is very steep for, you know, if you're just going on one holiday and you want to have something for the week, it is very steep. But if you are someone who is an avid, you know, summer traveler, if you are a luxury lover, then I think this would be a great brand for you to look into. I really wish they did swimwear. I don't think that they do. I might be mistaken. I just think this brand has some really beautiful options, very feminine, chic, and I'm here for it. Okay, so the next brand that I want to talk to you about, we probably might predict as well, is Camilla. Camilla has some very beautiful silk pieces. Their patterns are very loud and proud, so if you're someone a little bit more demure, you might not like this brand, but I'll show you a few items I have anyway. I really, really like them. Now I have this dress here to show you. However, I've just had it dry cleaned twice. I don't know what is happening. They cannot remove this makeup stain for the life of them. I don't know why. I don't know why. So if anyone has a tip on how to remove foundation out of silk, I would love to know, because so far the professionals don't know how to fix it. But anyways, this beautiful silk dress is a floor length maxi dress from Camilla. I got this last year on Revolve and it has these beautiful crystals in the detail. Camilla is known for putting crystals all over their items as well. You know, they have them even on the back here. Really gorgeous. The camera shut off, that was weird. So yeah, this is the top. Really, really gorgeous. It has kind of like a double strap detail in the front. It's hard to show you right now, but really, really gorgeous. And this has not lost its color at all. Not that I can think anyways. It's been washed several times and honestly, I dry cleaned it a few times when I first got it because I was so worried about the crystals coming off. I was like, I cannot lose these. This is an expensive bikini, but really, really nice. I actually had to order the top off Revolve and the bottom off Farfetch to get the sizes I needed because I think I got a large top, but the bottom I got small or medium or something. So really, really nice, gorgeous. If you do like these type of prints and this is a style that you like and you haven't heard of this brand, definitely check out their swimwear. Their swimwear is definitely more affordable than their ready-to-wear items. So So I'm always kind of cruising and seeing what swimwear they have out because I think it's just really gorgeous. Another brand I want to discuss with you that I've tried on and I've seen in person, but I don't personally own anything, but it is on my radar. It is quite expensive though. This is 100% Capri. So this is a very, very vacation oriented brand. I didn't even know this existed until I went to Mykonos and they had some of their things in the shops, and also Dubai carries them as well. They have an entire flagship store in Emirates Mall. 100% Capri. They say it's the best linen in the world, although so does Brunello Cucinelli, so I'm really not sure who's right or wrong. They have the same source, the same supplier, but their things are really beautiful. It's a very, you know, feminine, very timeless, very classic whites. You know, sometimes they do navy blue, light blue, but they're really known for their linen, you know, shirts, dresses, tops, all of these things, and their hats. Their hats are so beautiful. They're very light and delicate, although they're about $1,000 Canadian for a hat. And like with my track record, I always lose hats on holiday. So I literally buy like a $40 hat max because I don't want to lose them. But this is a really, really beautiful brand. I just wanted to briefly share with you and see if anyone else has heard of it as well. They have some really nice items. Another brand I wanted to discuss that I saw so many times this summer and I was like, what is this? And I had no idea. My friend pointed out this brand called Ala Nui, I think is the name. There are so many of these cardigans I saw in Mykonos, and they are literally like $3,200 or euro, I can't remember, but they're very expensive. They're these belted cardigans. They kind of almost look like a carpet, but like they're so thick. So I don't know how people were wearing them during the day. Some people were wearing them at night as well. They're really, really beautiful. They also have some famous kind of crochet designs. They do some beautiful crochet tops, which I'm like, oh, that's really nice, but is $500 for a shirt worth it? That I'm not gonna wear all the time. It's a summer holiday vibe, you know, but they have some really cool things. I don't know if I would ever see myself spending that type of money on a cardigan when I would rather have, you know, like a purse or maybe 2 beautiful pairs of shoes, but I see the appeal. You know, there are people in the world that are like very wealthy and they specifically buy high-end premium things for their summer trip in the Mediterranean. So, you know, it's an option. I just thought I would let you guys know because we are fashion lovers over here. We are luxury lovers, even just appreciating fashion in its art form. Okay, another brand I briefly want to discuss because I know I do have some male viewers as well. Hello, welcome, thank you for watching. This is a brand, I'm gonna butcher it. I'm gonna absolutely butcher it. It's called Villebrequin. Anyways, it's basically the men's swim shorts. That's what they're most famously known for. They do them in all kinds of fun patterns. Their most famous one is the turtle print, and they have the navy blue branded band on the back of them. It was so funny. I went somewhere by the beach the other day and it was literally like every guy you could see standing around with their drink with their like Villebrequin shorts, and they all had like the blue stamp, like literally all of them. And it was funny because this brand is not as popular in Canada. I've seen some people in the summer wearing it, but it's not as well known. I find if you go to any of like the kind of more luxury vacation destinations, there's always a shop there. It's just like the men's swimwear luxury brand of choice. So I don't know, maybe some of the ladies watching, maybe your husband likes this brand, or you've just seen it and you're familiar with it. But yeah, I think their things range from starting around 200 euro for a pair of shorts and up all the way to like 400 plus. So it's definitely, you know, a luxury swimwear brand for the men's side of things. And lastly, I'm finishing off the video with Cult Gaia. So Cult Gaia to me, it's never specifically been a vacation brand aside from the bags. The bags, you know, those were all over Instagram a few years ago and I still see them. The very notable kind of like wooden type, you know, cutout bags that they have, and now they have some really crazy asymmetrical, geometric, you know, shell looking bags. Very, very cool stuff, you know, and the prices honestly aren't crazy considering the world of luxury handbags. They're very, you know, not gonna be your everyday purse aesthetic, but they are definitely gonna be a statement piece. I really think that, you know, people are buying the Jacquemus bags for the statement, etc. I think the Cult Gaia bags have a way bigger statement. They're very artistic, very cool, and they're not as worn aside from like the kind of wooden one you see. So I think if you're looking for like a statement bag and you don't want to break the bank necessarily, but you like kind of something more upscale, I would check out Cult Gaia. A lot of their bags I noticed sell out really, really fast. I don't know if that's because of the influencers or because they just have limited releases, but really, really cool stuff. I think that's gonna conclude the video for today, guys. I think I've given you a lot of options. I'm sorry it's a little bit long, long. It's a little bit of a lengthy one, but you know, maybe you've learned a couple of new luxury beachwear brands. I'm sure there's so many more, but I just wanted to highlight because this is something that I'm passionate about, is the luxury beachwear. I just think it's fabulous. So I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely give it a thumbs up if you have. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I love you. And if you are new here, definitely consider subscribing. I would love for us to see each other again. Okay guys, take care. Bye.